Hello, my name is Yemi Shikoni, founder of Fashion Fed. Fashion Fed is a compendium of services that cater to apparel designers. So whether you're doing clothing, accessories, whatever it is, but it includes, fashion shows, expos, a business of fashion workshop, which I love to teach, and it includes a virtual series that feature designers from across the globe. Today, I want to talk about your business name, how you pick it, and what are the things that you should think about. So, number one, your business name should establish your marketplace presence and convey what you do. So, some people will go with ABC Designs or Designs by XYZ. So that right away people have some sense of what it is that you do without any additional explanation. Also, it should create a memorable impression. So people should be able to remember you after they've had a conversation with you, or at least it'll stay at the back of their minds. They're not having to try to remember, what was that name again? And also, you want to make sure that your name is conveying or projecting a positive rather than a negative association, whatever that is. But when you're thinking about picking your business name, number one, I recommend conduct a brainstorming session. Get your friends together, family, maybe business colleagues if you kind of work a day job. Offer to buy them pizza, beer, whatever. Don't get too crazy so that they give you some really good ideas. But do a brainstorming session so that you can get some feedback from people that are not directly connected with what you do and can give you objective feedback. Start by creating a list of names that have any kind of possible association with what you do, and just dump all the things that you can think of, put them down on paper, make a list. You might start with 15, you may start with 5, whatever that is. And then now you start to evaluate each one and eliminate the ones that don't resonate, that really, they don't make any sense, they sound terrible, but they don't really connect with you. Strike them off the list. So you might narrow that down to maybe the best 5 or maybe the best 3. So when you're putting your brainstorming session together, now you're coming to them with names that you potentially would like. You're just getting their feedback on which one they feel would resonate with them as well. But one of the things you want to think about when you're narrowing down that list is think about how you plan to grow your business. Now, is this something that you're doing as a hobby while you're going through college? Or is it something that your teenage son or daughter is creating as a fun side gig? Or are you planning to establish this as a viable business, which could potentially grow into, an entity, into a corporation later down the line? Could you be the next, I don't know, Nike or Reebok or, any other, apparel company out there that's really, easily recognizable? So you want to think about when you're picking a name, how that transfers and sticks with you as you grow. Will this name set you apart from your competition, or is it just kind of run of the mill? Now, that would only be of significance to you and nobody else, but you would really need to think about that. Who's your competition in your local market, or in the market that you plan to be in, and how does your name stand up against theirs? Avoid names that are difficult to pronounce, that when you say it, somebody has to say, what? Sorry? Pardon me? What's that again? How did you come up with that? Make it as easy as possible. Few syllables. Usually they say 2 or 3. And when you think about some of the big names, Prada, Converse, Nike, Reebok. I'm sorry, I'm giving you a lot of sports analogies. Chanel. They didn't even bother with a 3rd syllable. They just went with 2. Now, you do have some names like Roberto Cavalli, Dolce & Gabbana. But again, remember that these are huge conglomerates. They can afford to have names like that. As a small business, you do not have the luxury of trying to explain that to people. So try as much as possible to keep it simple. That means that you don't want the name to be too long. A few syllables and you're good to go. And don't just pick a name simply because it has some deep introspective meaning that only you understand, that you have to now explain when you're talking to people or introducing them to your business. Now, it's all well and good that it has some introspective meaning for you. That's fine. But it should not be, that meaning does not have to be tied to you introducing your business to people. That should not be part of the mix. So just remember, keep it simple. Make sure your name is easy to remember. Make sure that it sets you apart from your competition, and that it leaves a positive rather than a negative connotation or association in the minds of the people that you're introducing your business to. So I hope these tips will be helpful when you are picking a name. If you've already picked a name and you can't do anything about it, that's fine. But if you're just starting out and you're still trying to decide what to call your business, hopefully this helps. You can find me online at Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. It's at Shekoni, Sekoni. On Instagram, it's at yemi.shekoni. But I always say I'm very easy to find. But thank you for listening, and have a wonderful day.